Well, come back. Yes, it is F1 season beginning. They are at pre-season testing, and what better fitting way to do an F1 Clash event than it to be our pre-season testing event as well, matching the F1 calendar. Now, we are at the qualifying round. We gave you our strategy guide yesterday. Make sure to go and check that out. And it is Carlos Sainz, Logan Sargent, and Horizon, all 25% stat boosted. So excitement to come, we can imagine. Let's first of all show you on this free play account what we are going to be running. So we do have Carlos Sainz level 4 with a 25% stat boost, and we've got Sergio Perez as our driver lineup number 2. Now, cars, we are running Horizon, and that is a very sexy cornering. It is 194 cornering, so I am absolutely ready to go with that one, and we're going to hope for the very best. So let's get into our first race. Let's check what that is, and we all know by now, surely it is Bahrain. We've got Bahrain, Monaco, Mexico, back to Bahrain to finish off. How many points can we score in this qualifying session? Let's give it a go, and I want you to let me know down below, what 2 drivers are you using this week's GP event? Do let me know. Our first race sees us with a decent matchup, 1-3-6-8 for our opponent, so we'll be hoping to make use and gain some big points against that rival. Let's see though where we are going to qualify. This is going to be very interesting as we look to hopefully score big points. You know, usually we want to go 40 point plus. Can we get better today? Can we go 41 plus? You never know. Qualifying, Carlos Sainz, P7, but Sergio Perez down in P16. That's going to be the issue to try and get through. So, Sergio Perez, I am going to run on to Street Shark for now. Carlos Sainz doesn't need that much of a race start boost. So, I mean, I might go the firework. I want to kind of keep it, though. What could we run? We've got 1 Prince, 1 Cuppa. It's not looking too great, really, is it? Got Gladiator in there as well. So I'm just going to use, for now, 1 Merlion. Let's see what sort of race we can get onto. So potentially a 2-3-3 from the back. But let's see what we can do. We're going to get decent starts with both drivers in the end. Real player that we're facing as well. And Carlos Sainz has already moved himself into P5. And that should get better as we move down to the next corner. And Carlos Sainz, moving up already, stamping his dominance on the field, has moved into P1. Now, Sergio Perez fighting his way through the pack as well. He's got double Mercedes ahead of him as he moves to the corner where Alonso took Hamilton last year. And he's going to scrape through into P12. So Alonso has to give away. But Perez, P11. That's a very good start. Alonso, why do I keep saying Alonso? I know he's Spanish, but I want Sainz. Sainz is pushing away very nicely indeed. We can see Perez there, just going back against his clone now to take P9. Can he do it? No, he can't. He can't. Now maybe he can. Yes, he can, into P9. So I think we do a 3-3-2 with both drivers. We've got good tyre management. We have got good power unit as well. Lagging a little bit, I must say. So that is not for the faint-hearted. I think the servers might be a little bit of iffy at the moment. We can't push too much. Rival's doing a 1-stop. That's going to be pretty quick, and that's fair play. We could do a 1-stop, but I was a bit worried about the, well, use of power unit. You can see the Rival's ahead at the minute in P7, so absolutely fine. We're going to go mediums, because what we're going to do is we're going to attack on the outlap as we're into P8. It is 1-stop versus 2-stop here in Bahrain. Pre-season testing. We test it. That's what it's all about. As we round and get past the Rival, but he's saving it. He'll probably go to hards, I imagine. He'll probably do a 4-4 with the hards. He'll have full pushing then as well. As we exit the pits, Carlos Sainz now looking at Lando Norris. And he's going to make a nice move, is he? Oh, no. On his good old friend, he cannot get through. We do go onto the mediums with Perez. We're going to try and use some of this power unit and close the gap. Sainz is in 4th. Perez now taking 11th off Kevin. Magnussen, who has to drop down a position. So P3 and P11. That's okay. Where's the rival on the medium tyres? Just going around the last corner now. So he'll probably come out ahead, and the one stop working well compared to our two stop. And one stop is very strong, but I just didn't trust it with Perez. Felt like I needed this race start kick. And out of the first corner we go, Perez, we're going to start asking to chase down a little bit. He's got the hard tyre pushing in front. So interesting strategy from the rival to run 5 hards. I mean, it might work very well, but hopefully we can get a move done here. Yes, we can. Into P7. We're going to keep pushing. Can we get into P6 from Perez? Yes, we can. Sainz leading away, though. No problem here. Sainz flying. And now we've got to just conserve a bit with Perez. We want to be coming out on softs. And I don't really want to take any servicing if I can help it, because we'll be a lot quicker in the pits. But Sainz is flying. Perez is P4. Question is, how far can we get back up? We might move down to around P9 as our position. But servicing 50% shouldn't be an issue. As Carlos comes into the pits. Good stop, please, for Carlos. Perez just saving up his power unit all the time. And Sainz has sewn this up. P1 for him. Nice and easy. Very easy from P7, I tell you that. We said we'd come out around P9. Perez is now coming out P9. We absolutely knew where we were coming out. We're trying to take Norris. Old Chuck Norris, maybe. But we're into P8. Good move. Now we've got to get past Fernando, who we called his name earlier on. And that was because to tell him we are coming up past on lap 7. It's all systems go. Rival can't push too much on them medium tyres, so they are vulnerable to an attack from Sergio. Can Sergio, on the last lap, take a bit of drama? He's catching up nicely. Rival just on about 25%. Got to be very careful on them tyres. We have saved up nicely, but I think it's only going to be P6 if we do get past, because of the gap to the other cars around us. So Rival absolutely going for it on the hards, or even mediums, running too much there, and we're going to take P6. We are catching the cars ahead, but I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think we're going to catch them enough. As we round the penultimate corner, we exit from there. We're going to try a move on the last corner on Hamilton. Perez versus Hamilton. Can't get the job done. It's P1 and P6 here in Bahrain. So it was easy for Carlos Sainz. It was tough for Mr. Perez to get through. That's the difficulty that we obviously faced in that race. Good one stop. Maybe we could have done one stop with Perez, but still we beat the one stop overall. And looking at the drivers, level 3 for the rival with Verstappen 8. And we also have a very balanced setup. Bit more cornering. He probably would have done a lot better with that. Well, race 2 sees us go against the exact same opponent. We've readied up straight away and we have matched with the same person. So this should be very, very interesting again. Let's see who's got the better strategy round the streets of Monaco. Where are we going to qualify? Is it going to be similar? And I'm going to be interested to see how far I can get Sergio Perez at a very difficult track here. And we are going to start in P6 for Sainz and P16 for Perez. So that's not too bad. Now, Carlos Sainz, I am going to run on a bit of... We're going to run SAR. I don't need to run SAR, but I've got a fair amount of it left. And Perez, I'm going to go on to mediums. And I'm also just going to run basically SAR. What I want to do is get a bit of cornering help. But tyres I'm not really too bothered about. I could probably go soft, actually, for Perez. Here we go, then. Race 2 at Monaco. So the point for me at the moment is use boosts if you've got a lot of. I used Street Shark last time, but SAR I've got over 100, so I will take the gap. I mean, I'll be at 100 after this. And I'm just going to basically just use some. I mean, you know I don't have race start cornering boosts, but it's not going to matter for Mr. Carlos Sainz, who is battling Max Verstappen. We try and take a screenshot and we get it okay. As under the tunnel we go, it is P3 and P7. It's a brilliant start from AZW F1 team. And we're up to P2 and now P6. So we are absolutely flying round Monaco. We don't care about the barriers. We're not taking them on. It's all about our drivers committing to big points. But P2, it is Carlos Sainz out front that leads. Perez sitting there back in P6. Got Hamilton and Norris ahead. Up the hill we go. And it's a great move on the inside. Lagged back behind though. And annoyingly, we have to give up that position. But we was ahead. And we are... Oh, we're still not ahead. Surely Hamilton is so slow. And we are now into P number 5. Absolutely flying is Perez. Sainz all over the back of Sainz. What is he running? Soft tyres, but we are noticeably faster as we into the final corner we go. And we still can't get past. Where's Perez? Just creating a gap for the rivals. Let's push again on Sainz. We can't push too much, but a fancier move up the inside. And we block him off. We absolutely nearly put him in the barrier, but we're through into P1. Perez closing on the other cars as well. Norris P4. And we are going to have to just look after tyres a little bit here. But that's okay. I'm happy with that. We're going to go round the final corner. We've got one more lap to do. And remember, you can run the last sector here without any tyres. So mediums is going to go on because we want to be a bit more attacking in this last stint. We obviously haven't got loads of power unit. That's the problem. No rain incoming. Maybe we should have done better at Bahrain, or have we just had an amazing start here in Monaco? But we took it on, and at the minute, it's going okay as Perez gets into P4. Come on, Sergio. I knew you always had the pace, really. And here is this running out of tyres. Look how quick we still run, even though we run out of tyres. It is not bad at all. Perez, you can see as well, actually catching Verstappen with 0 tyres. And into the pits he goes. Look, he doesn't lose any time. That is why you can run the last sector without tyres here. But we're into the pits with Perez. Good stop needed in Monaco. And where are we going to come out? Sainz is in P2. We're going to push straight away. Try and close that gap and secure that P1. We're going to push Perez. Can we get Lando Norris? Yes, we can. Late on the brakes. And we are through into P6. So great moves so far. And as we go into the tunnel, we are potentially looking at a perfect run here. But Carlos Sainz Carlos Sainz pitted. He's on the hards. So we've got an advantage. Rivals about to run out of medium tyres, not using the power unit very effectively, just managing to do 5 laps. Perez into P4. We've got Sainz and Hamilton ahead. Hamilton still to pit. Sainz on the hard tyres. So surely there is a run for Perez, and he's already passed Carlos Sainz. And that is a beautiful move up until P3. It's just got Lewis Hamilton ahead now. Just one more position is all it takes. And here it comes. Oh, just blocked out in Monaco. But Perez is now into P2. We're going to push out the final corner to create that little bit of gap. We've got rain coming in 1 minute and 20 seconds time, but it's not going to matter, I don't think, for us. We are about to take a very solid 47 points. We've just got to basically commit here and run through. Tyres are not going to be an issue as we go under the tunnel. It'd be nice to see under the tunnel, actually. It'd be quite interesting. Get us some night under there. Feeling of night. 1 lap to go. Rain in 55 seconds. Not going to be an issue for us. Maybe an issue for the rival with them further back. But it's not only going to be a sprinkling of the wet weather. Maybe our tears from only scoring potentially 43 points in the very first race. But we crossed the line to start this lap. No power unit left. We have used all that, and we have basically managed a perfect 4 soft, 4 medium run in Monaco. And hopefully you've learned that you can push the tyres in the last sector without even having to worry about how much speed and time you lose. It doesn't exist. Monaco is a cheat code when you know how to run it. It's Carlos Sainz taking victory with Sergio Perez actually from where he started. Brilliant start. It's a perfect race for Perez. He comes home in P2. We take P1, P2 here in Monaco. They'll be proud of that one. 47 points in the bag. Get in. Now that is exactly what we needed. Can we get this rival for the third time? We're going to ready up straight away and find out. No need to show you the car. We've just been through it. Different opponent in race number 3, which is music to my ears because we needed that. Because it was getting a little bit boring racing the same person, but it was good for our points. So, Mexico City. We can do a 4 soft, 4 medium, or a 4 medium, 4 medium. And let's see where we start first. I might go on to mediums so I can be a bit more attacking with Carlos Sainz. Same with Perez. I can run softs. Don't feel like I really need to. I'm going to run a Merlion just to test it. I'm going to run a... I might just use my firework up on Perez. Let's see what we can do here in race 3. Can we get the magic start? The magic race start that we need. Carlos Sainz we will go on board with. They are fast starts, but that's okay. Rivals getting an absolute killer of a start through the middle. And they're going to get very nicely through. Even with the car too. They've absolutely ploughed through. And the rival has got the perfect start. That's what happens sometimes in Mexico. You can absolutely rip it. And you will absolutely fly. And that rival has got the luck that they probably could say they may deserve. It is P1. Well, P2 and P3 for the rival. We are with Carlos Sainz now in P5, who moves past Sergio Perez. Good tyres on Sainz to potentially go a 5-3. We might do a 4-4 with Sergio Perez on the mediums. But we're settled down. We don't need to panic. They're into the lead. They're going to be running a 4 soft, I imagine, 4 medium. But they could still run 4 soft, 4 soft. We have got Hamilton ahead. We are just going to push out of this corner. See if we can just make a move. There's a Ferrari of Sainz seemingly struggling. And we're not going to get through at the moment as we go down the straight again. Good tyre management by Sainz. That's the one good thing about 25% boosts. Your tyre management fluffs up very nicely. Carlos Sainz looking a little bit slow. So we'll take matters into our own hands and we'll move into P4. Now, Carlos Sainz is probably got the best tyres to potentially come back. We're still trying to close all the time. Perez definitely can do 5 laps. Carlos Sainz can do 5 laps easy. So it's just a case of rivals in the pit on lap 3. That's a very early pit stop there. We're going to push again with Sainz. Very early, I must say. And we're trying to just get past Hamilton here. And we now finally do. So Sainz into P2. We can't double stack these, so I probably am going to go to mediums on Perez. Probably called that a bit late. Rival's just running out of tyres. He's going to pit now. We're going to go on with Carlos, and we're going to come back for soft tyres. Rival goes to the mediums. Let's see what we can do in this race. Can we come back? We are just looking after some power unit. We come out in P11. We're going to boost off the corner. Keep Verstappen behind that Red Bull, raging Red Bull. And now we're right behind the rivals. One's going to do 5 laps here as well. They are very slow as Sainz comes into the pits. Perez, absolutely flying out there. Bit of speed is seemingly helping. Good pit stop needed by Sainz. But where's he going to come back out? Let's get a screenshot of that. He is right by the rival, and we have done the overcut fantastically here in Mexico. That is what we needed. We are ahead. Rivals used all of their power unit as well. This is an opportunity for some more points in qualifying. We're going to keep Perez boosting because we want to take him here with Carlos Sainz, and we do get into P4. Rivals really trying to look after power unit now so he can come back at us. But at the moment, it's not going to matter too much. We're going to have so much more pace here in race 3. Perez out of that corner and now just closing up again. So if we can get P3 off Hamilton, that's going to be tough, but I'm definitely going to try. And you can see we are closing all the time. Rivals save some power unit. And we're going to push again. We're just going to create it. And the Rivals all over the place at the moment. Hamilton's really closing. He's obviously going to start pushing now as well. But Perez can try and get P3. Can we get P3? Out of that second corner we go. Up the inside. We're going to try. Oh, he's just blocked us off. That could have been crucial to get the rival as well. Rival's not pushing. Can we get the rival last corner? We're going to push now into the stadium section. Are we going to light it up? I don't think we are. I think we're going to come home in a P1 and P3. Terrific round again here in race 3. We do take a solid points. So Rival got the better start in that race by a mile, but we managed to come back. We take 46 with some very good strategy. Taking a look at what the Rival was running, I mean, a 3.5, that is not the strategy to go round here in Mexico. Drivers level 4 and level 8, so slightly decent drivers lineups as well. And in the car, yeah, that's your problem. Speed. You don't want it more than cornering. Here we go then. And look at that test donation running through. Who's donating a test donation? $75. Jesus, that is quite funny, I must say. Let's actually change that and get rid of that one. I've only just noticed it. I was messing around with my settings. But I think we've got one of our own here, one of our own club members. We are P7, P16. Now, I am going to do the one-stop this time. I'm going to try it with Saar and Carlos Sainz. We've got, what can we use? I'm going to use Rooster, just because we've got 400 of it. So let's see. It is a real player from one of our clubs. This is going to be interesting. Let's see how many points we score in the final race 4. Let's give a good look. Hopefully, we will get a good look. It is a team club matchup. Now, Perez is going to get a bad start. We know that. We have obviously gone ahead and used that type anyway. But tell you what, Carlos Sainz is a man on a mission here. He is already into P1 in this race. Fantastic. And Sergio Perez is in a bit of a traffic jam. He's currently P12, going round the outside of Lewis Hamilton. And we boost off. Was it George Russell? It was George Russell. So we're going to cut down there. Carlos Sainz in the lead by a nice distance. Perez is in P11. Now we're going to look after tyres. We might come back to hards later on so we can push a lot more. But at the moment, we've just got to manage this P11 position. We shouldn't be too slow because we've got 25 cornering. We're nearly on maximum cornering as Kevin Magnussen is P10. Can we get past him? I don't want to push too much, but Gasly's running pretty quickly behind us. Can we get Magnussen this time? Yes, we can. We're up to P10. So into the top 10 we go. Rival, currently P5, P7. Good luck, David. Hope you're going well. And yeah, we might definitely be looking at the hard tyres next time round. We're going to do a pit stop, though, with Carlos Sainz. We'll get him in. And into the first corner we go. We're going to make nearly a move on Sergio Perez. He's looking vulnerable. Let's go and get him. There we go, up to P9. What about Charles Leclerc? We could probably still do mediums, to be honest. Charles Leclerc now moves aside and we're into P8. We just can't push loads. That's the only problem. We are pushing probably more than we would like here as Carlos Sainz comes into the pits and we are closing the gap. So one stop seemingly still has a lot of pace in it, even when we can't push absolutely massively. We go down the straight and our car Sainz comes out, takes P2. We've got Perez in P4 and now we are back into the lead, or are we? No, we're not. Rival is pushing as well. It's a smashing battle. David trying to ruin our race. But what do we got? 54% on the power unit. We are just going to chill with Sainz. Don't need to push too hard right now. And down the straight we will go. Should be good to take the lead. Yes, we do. Perez in a pit stop battle. Rival goes to mediums. We go to mediums too. We're going to get good exit with the old catch up out of the corner. And we're going to cut down straight away and then move back up. We've got Sainz struggling down in P7, even with that 25%. It's like Carlos Sainz in a Red Bull, this boost. And we are into P7. Carlos Sainz looking okay. Out front, quite a big gap. So we're just going to hold fire. I'd take 40 points plus all the time, especially from starting towards the back with Perez. Sainz going to come in for softs. And we are going to move up to P6. So, decent little start here. And we're over halfway now. Can we start closing in on a couple of cars that are ahead? We've got Sainz coming into the pits this lap. And then his stop will do. We're closing on P5 Hamilton. Is it going to be enough to really close? And we are at the moment. Sainz pits. We're catching the rival as well. He might just be saving tyres though. And round the final corner, Hamilton comes into the pits. Sainz comes back out in the lead, nice and comfortable. Rival we're ahead of as well, but that won't be for long, I imagine, as he starts to push too. It is softs versus the mediums. If we can get into the top 4, past that Red Bull Max Verstappen, that is a job done for me. And out of that corner we go. Can we now get Max Verstappen? We're going to try an inside line, are we? Yes, we are. We take P3. We're pushing a lot further than I would like to. But can we get any higher on this grid? Can we take P2? Can we defend P3? It's all going to change on this very last lap. There is the rival. And we boost off the corner. We're going to use a little bit of more tyre management than we want to. Rival's trying to stay ahead in P2. This could be crucial. Who's going to keep the tyres the best? I think we're going to be plummeting down to P4 personally. We're staying ahead at the moment. We just don't have this tyre management to survive here. We're on 10%. Rival now catching up. We're going to go cruising round the final corner. We don't want to push. Rival's coming at us. He's going to come hard. He's going to get us. I didn't want to boost. I wanted to look after the tyres. But we took a thumbnail. That was a fight to the line. And fair play, David. That was a great race. 45 points for David. And yeah, we did follow pretty much the similar strategies, doing that 3-3-2 and the 4-4. Maybe we should have pushed towards the line, potentially. But I didn't want to run out of tyres. That was my problem. Level 6, level 3 for David. And a nice Hamilton there as well. And the car, we've trained them well in our clubs. Beautiful car setup as well. 121 over 184. So you are definitely in the right direction, David. So let's see how we've done in qualifying and bring you up to speed. It is 4 races done. And I think that's one of our best scores this season. 181 points out of a possible 188. Big up Andrew taking 187. So, yeah, we will absolutely take that going into the weekend's session. Make sure to come back and watch the weekend session. And obviously on Friday, your strategy guide will follow. Good luck in qualifying. We'll see you at the weekend for your weekend's opening and final round.